Should start. Okay, there we go. All right. So now I have changed the name of the module that's at the very top. Make sure, can y'all see that module? Rayon, can y'all see Canvas? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, darling. Okay. So I changed the name of the module so that hopefully it makes sense about what's in it. It's at the top right there. And there's your actual final exam. It will open at midnight on November the 16th. So on Sunday night, as soon as your clock clicks over to midnight, it's going to open up. Now make sure, please, that you are on a computer that has a dependable internet connection and it's not going to shut down in the middle. I'm not very experienced with Honorlock, but I know it'll boot you out sometimes and it won't let you back in. So then I got to go in and manually do something and fix you back in. And if it's been several hours, the thing I'm going to do is give you a whole brand new exam to take with different essay topics. So you could potentially find yourself in the situation of, I've already written the essay and now I can't turn it in. But hopefully that won't happen. If you have any concern at all that this Honorlock's not going to work out for you, come take it in person. We're going to sit in a regular classroom. There won't be more than 7 people allowed in here at a time, and I try to keep the room and if you're not comfortable in here, then I can very likely find an empty classroom for you. Or if I have to, I can put you in my office, So I want you to feel comfortable and safe, but you just got to make sure you have the right technology in place. Okay, that's enough about that. Here's your sign-up sheet to take the exam in person. If you click it, it's going to open up. Let's see, I don't think it's going to mess me up. It's just going to open up. You just pop right in here, sign your name up. You see Sam's name there. And if you want to take it earlier, now some people are wanting to come take it in person earlier, like next week. Well, get with me and we'll see what we can work out. All right. I messed me up a little bit, but not too bad. Let's look at what the final exam looks like. Well, first of all, you got an Honorlock practice assignment. Now, it shows you how Honorlock works. And I think I showed y'all this the other day. And it tells you all the little things that you're going to need to make this work. And if you start going, I don't know if my setup's going to handle all this mess, then that's fine. But you get 100 for doing this little quiz, whether you do it by Honorlock or not. Just type in yes or no. There's your Honorlock practice assignment. And then if you just want to see what the practice essay looks like for the final exam, it's optional. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't, don't. But these are what the topics look like. This is identical to how the essay will look. These won't be your topics. And I usually have like 7 or 8, as many as 11 or 12 topics on there for you to choose from, because I know it's kind of a nerve-wracking situation and I want to make sure that everybody has at least one topic that they can relate to. And the word count's a little bit shorter. You won't be in a Word document, you'll be in a text box. But if you want to do Honorlock, then you don't have to sign up in person. I think that's enough about the exam. Let me see if I got somebody trying to get in, or no, it's somebody texting me. Okay. Next thing. Let's do a little grammar. We haven't done any grammar in the longest time, it feels like. So tell me if this is something that you're familiar with, or even if you are, we can still go back over it. You should be seeing a little, who's that, Wilson? Mr. Wilson, hey, Mr. Wilson. You should be seeing like a tree and a little bird, a little PowerPoint presentation. Is that what y'all see? You're not, no, on Honorlock, you're not, it's not gonna allow you to open up any kind of websites. I will tell you this. Don't grade the final exam 100% like I grade your essays, which I grade your essays as hard as I possibly can. We all know this. On your essay exam, I realize that you are writing under pressure and you have to get it all done in one sitting. So I keep all that in mind. And I think of a lot of other things too. I'm like, this person came to class as often. I mean, that doesn't mean you didn't miss a day, but under these kind of circumstances, I really don't blame you. Came to class, or you turned all your assignments in and did well on them, even if you didn't come to class, and all that kind of stuff. I keep in mind whenever I'm looking at your final grade and saying, okay, I don't want to pick on anything. I mean, let's say Joni. Joni's got a 69. Do I think she can survive in Comp 1? Then I think about all those other factors. But no, Honorlock's not going to let you pick up any on other websites. But Mr. Wilson or Miss Jordan, can y'all see the PowerPoint so we can talk about some sentences? This is 8 slides, so it's not too painful. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, here we go. Let me know if anything changes and you can't see it, because y'all know how I am. All right, so this is about sentence patterns and run-on sentences. Those run-on sentences are comma splices. Those are those 45s and 46s that you might be getting on your papers. This is also dealing with the 13A, 13B, and 16. So if you get those rules on your paper, you need this. So let's back all the way up to when we first met. Feels like a long time ago now. A simple sentence, that's not meaning something's easy. That's just meaning one complete sentence, like a simple machine, right? A simple machine would be like a hammer, I think. So not a lot of moving parts to it. A simple sentence has one complete subject and one complete predicate. The subject has got the who or the or what that's doing something in it. Who's performing some kind of action. In this sentence, the whole complete subject is in blue. It's got Marco and Maria, and all these other words are describing Marco and Maria. So your complete subject has this actual subject in it, and then all the words describing that subject. Your predicate's going to have your verb in it, and then a bunch of other words that are telling you when or telling you where, and some of them may even be referring back to your subject, okay? In this sentence, in your predicate, here's your verb, are, and it's a little verb phrase, are getting. Married is something else. Well, I'm not going to worry about what it is, okay? Complete subject, complete predicate, the who or what that's doing something is in the subject, the verb is in the predicate. All right, that's a lot of words. I'm trying not to put so many words on slides, but let's look at what a compound sentence actually is. A compound sentence is two. You can do more than two, but don't, okay? Just don't. It makes it too hard for the reader to read. And then you start getting into comma splices and fuses anyway. So two complete sentences connected together some kind of way. And we'll look at some ways to join them in a second, but let's look at this sentence down here, or this compound sentence at the bottom. My best friend Marco and his girlfriend Maria, that's the complete subject of the first sentence, are getting married on Saturday at the park. There's your complete predicate. Here's my joiner right here, the comma and the and, comma and the fanboy. And then I've got a whole complete sentence after the fanboy. Marco's dad is my complete subject, and is going to be the best man is my complete predicate. So I've got two complete sentences joined together with a comma and a fanboy. All right. Here's your complex sentences. Move this out of the way. All right. Now, let your brain shift gears for a second, okay? Complex sentences act a little differently than compound sentences. So a complex sentence is a fragment plus one complete sentence. If the fragment comes in the front, you're going to need the comma. Remember your subordinating conjunctions, and if you don't, we're going to look at those in just a second. If I have a subordinator as the first word in a sentence, I know a comma's coming. And then I'm going to have a complete sentence right after it. But if I flip that sentence around, and this little fragment comes at the end, if it's starting with a subordinator, I'm not going to need a comma right here. All right, now these are compound complex sentences, and I don't like talking about these, but I guess I will. Then see, there's my little note. Okay, a compound complex sentence is one of those compound sentences, plus you got a fragment in there somewhere. I'll tell you like this, you could pull the fragment out, and you would still have a complete sentence left. It wouldn't be as good because we're losing some of our information, but it's still a complete sentence. Remember, sentences don't have to be good, and they don't have to tell you anything. They just have to be grammatically correct. I tried is a complete sentence. All the rest of this is just describing what I tried to tell Marco, okay? Anyway, that's me getting off in the weeds, y'all. I tried to tell Marco not to marry Maria, but he will not listen to me. That is your compound sentence, and here's the little subordinate clause fragment right there in the middle. We could pull it out. Let's look at this one. Now it's causing two commas here. My subordinate clause comes first, and then I have a compound sentence after it. This comma after marriage is caused by the word when. This comma after friend is caused because we have a complete sentence on this side of the and a complete sentence on that side of the and. That's a pretty complicated sentence. That's the kind of sentences you guys write. Now let's look at run-on sentences, and we're getting close to the end. Get over there. A few sentences just running two sentences together. You need a period. The easiest way to fix a fuse or a splice is with a period. So this is, you put a period between Saturday and he. Put a period between him and he. Remember, if I get to a new subject and verb, I'm reading my sentence slowly. I'm reading my sentence slowly. If I get to a new subject and verb, I need to stop myself for a second and go, hold up. Do I have a fuse or a splice? You can't hook a sentence together with just a comma, or two sentences together with just a comma. So we can put a period right here. Every fuse and splice can be fixed with just a period. And it would at least be correct. And here's my possible fixes. I could put a period here between Saturday and he. I could put a comma and a fanboy to join them together. I could make one dependent. I could turn one into a fragment, make it dependent or subordinate. See that because right there? Because his girlfriend does not like any of us. Now that comma's fine. Or I can do this fancy little semicolon situation. I put a semicolon at the end of the first sentence and then continue with my next sentence. And that's it. Okay. Now we're going to look at this list. So y'all can see the list, right? Y'all can't see the screen? Y'all got to tell me I can't read this whenever y'all are. I'm going to send it to you, okay? I guess y'all got to hear the talking part, and I'll send you the video part. And Jordan could see it, but Mr. Wilson couldn't see it. Mr. Wilson, I'm sorry, but y'all can see the commas. I'm going to wait for Mr. Wilson to tell me. Can you see the comma guide, Mr. Wilson? Let's see if I got mine. So Ms. Wilson, Ms. Slaughter can see the comma guide, but can Mr. Wilson see the comma guide? Okay, good deal. Thank you. I'm so glad, because that would make me really sad to know that you had missed something and I just kept on talking. Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know that. All right. Here we go. Y'all have seen this before. I hope so. I need to do a little better job of remembering what I do in each class for sure. Making sure that I'm not missing the message here. Okay, commas guide. If you come take the test in person, I give you one of these, and I'll even go over it with you because I know you might be a little nervous. Okay, here we go. When a preposition is the first word in a sentence, I guess, I don't know if y'all can see my cursor. I'm hoping you can. I'm right here. When a preposition is the first word in a sentence, a comma is common. It's common. It's not going to hit right after the word, but it's coming somewhere down the line. And this tells you what pages to go to, and it tells you what number sentences to look at below. So watch this. These are your prepositions. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So if one of these is the first word in a sentence, a comma is common. So 1 through 4 will show you that. Here's my preposition. Here's the end of that little, sometimes prepositional phrases are long. You have a bunch of them strung together. Sometimes they're really short. When you set that comma down, there's that subject and verb. You're going to have a complete sentence after the comma. Most of the time, when you set a comma down, you're going to have a complete sentence right after the comma. Now, if I flip that sentence around, and there it is, I'm not going to have a comma right here. No comma. You don't put it there. Your brain's going to try to tell you, hey, I think something's going on here. And just tell your brain, no, it's not with this word, though, not where it's at. Now, when my preposition is, one more time, my preposition is the first word of the sentence, dot, dot, dot. There's my comma. There's my complete sentence right there. But if I flip it, no comma. Here's my subordinating conjunctions. Now, subordinating conjunctions are a lot like prepositions. So much, I would just teach them as one thing. But anyway, and maybe one day I will. When a subordinator is the first word in the sentence, the rule is exactly the same. A comma is coming, but it's not coming right after this word. It's coming somewhere down the line. One thing you'll notice is that you have some subordinators in this list that can also be prepositions. See, the word after is also in the subordinating conjunction list. And those are sentences 5 and 6 below. And then you got your pages in your textbook too. If your subordinator is the first word in the sentence, da 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 da, there's my comma, there's my complete sentence. If I flip it, no comma. Let's look at these little ing things, these gerunds, which by now, since you've done your connects, you have a little bit of an idea of what a gerund is. It's basically an ing word. Gerund phrases are frequently set off by commas no matter where they are in the sentence. See? Now sometimes a gerund can be a subject of a sentence. I'll show you that in just a second. But you can see that phrase, excuse me, something about Stennis Hall, I don't know what it is, but you can see that's a little, we could get rid of that sentence altogether. I mean, that phrase altogether. And we still have a sentence left. If we move this to the end, still setting off with a comma, it's the ing. And look, I don't make up the rules, I don't know why. And even if it's in the middle of the sentence, you set it off with a comma. Now, ing words can also be verbs, but they are not verbs unless they have be verbs with them. Is, running, messing. Now it's a verb. But here, it's a noun. It's being the subject of the sentence. And here, it's being an adjective. So you got to see what the word's actually doing in the sentence. And this tells you to look at sentences 8 and 9 below, because you have some complexities, of course, that happen in English. Sometimes you'll have a compound complex sentence, right? You got a whole sentence here, a whole complete sentence right here. That's why you need the comma and the and there, blah, blah. That's what I feel like, y'all. And then this in is causing this comma. And of course, I can't put every possible sentence pattern on here because I can't predict every sentence everything that's gonna happen there. Now, conjunctive adverbs, these are the ones that have commas right after them. Also, comma, for example, comma, meanwhile, comma, subsequently, comma, otherwise, comma. Most of the time they act just like number 1 and 2, 3. You've got some other situations down there. Now, here's how fanboys work. And here's my little trick. If you have a noun or a pronoun after your fanboy, you're going to need this comma. That works most of the time. If you have a verb right after your fanboy, you will not need a comma right there. Then you've got your items in a series. If you have 3 or more, you do need this comma. I know it's taught different ways, and there's a huge debate about it in English that you don't even want to hear about, but you do need this comma at EMCC, okay? If you did 3 things, you got 3 sentences. Now this is reminding you that you've got to have a fanboy right here. See number 11, now I'm fine. But this word cannot take the place of a fanboy. The only words that can do the job of fanboy are these 7 words right there. Otherwise, you're going to need some kind of semicolon or just a period is fine. Commas very rarely touch verbs or the word that. They very rarely touch subordinators either. All right, that's enough of that. So we had talked about 3 dinners, and I graded all those. If you need to do second chance, do it. I think I graded y'all's in class, though. Let's look at the food essay. Sam has been so nice to let me look at his essay, so I'm going to make some little corrections on it. You know, some stuff I'm just going to tell him. But, all right, we got to do this title now. Make your title. We're going to look through this essay, y'all, and see if we can make him a cool title. Titles aren't easy. None of this is easy. Oh, we got to indent this paragraph now. Indent all your paragraphs. Just hit a tab. Indent all paragraphs. I like all kinds of food from all over the world. All he's got to do is take this comment and move it to the other side. So I'm just going to highlight that. All-time favorites. And it's going to go like this. Because the word favorites is being used as a noun. So that word's got to have a dash and to hook those two words together. That way you're reading it as all-time favorites instead of all-time favorites. It forces the reader to read these two words together. All right. Now I'm a little nervous because looks like his thesis is the first word in the body in the introduction, and we definitely don't want that. Hamburgers, fried chicken, but it is a good, clear thesis statement, and it might just need to bump it down and write a new first line. Like these foods for many different reasons, like the memories I have, very good. I really just like food. Maybe that could be the first sentence. These things have memories, and see, that would go fine. So maybe move this. I might change my mind, but so it gives a good enough set up for the tone and the topic of what the essay is going to be about. But it's something everyone needs, so it was always a way to have fellowship together. Okay, that's fine. That's logically follows. You know what you need to do here? Because you've got a pronoun right here, so you need a comma right there. You've got a noun or a pronoun after a fanboy, you need that comma. Yeah. So either one of these sentences could be up at the top. You know, maybe both of them need to go up at the top. I'm not going to put that because I know Sam's going to remember it. And he can always ask me. So I'm going to mark this as thesis is in the wrong place, so he won't forget to move it. He indented this paragraph, so good deal. Hamburgers are easy and simple. Very good way of doing your topic sentence without just saying, my first favorite food is hamburgers, right? Remember Dad grilling hamburgers and hot dogs and inviting friends over? Good. Okay, right. So you're hanging around the grill and you're just talking. Very good, very good. Look, keep it simple. Y'all are starting out. When you go on up to Comp 1 and Comp 2, and then you go get your master's degree, you'll look back at these essays and go, wow, I wish I could go back and write an intermediate essay again. They were so easy. I'm gonna need a comma right here. I don't have a rule for this though, so I'm just gonna place a comma there. And when you refer to the South as a place, capitalize it. Now, if you're just talking about it as a direction, drive south until you get to the graveyard, then it's lowercase. I remember every Thursday, my family and I would get fried chicken and go eat with my great-grandma. I remember eating it Sunday after church. Nice. It's always been a go-to option. That's another one of those dash situations. Two option or hyphen. Good. Look, see how there's a verb right after his fanboy? No comma needed. Chicken parm pasta is a personal favorite. It combines two of my favorite things. Beautiful comma right there. Italian food. My older brother and I, you always come last. So don't forget to fix that. Loved Italian food and wanted to try, okay. I remember anytime, we don't need an S right here because and indicates there's only going to be one. But if you want to keep the S, get rid of the and. Anytime we would go to an Italian restaurant, so we're going to need a comma right here too. Ah, look at this. I know, my little trick, right? I know that this is a pronoun, but it's a possessive pronoun. And possessive pronouns, nothing possessive can ever be the subject of a sentence. But you still have to check. If my trick doesn't work, you still have to see, do I have a complete sentence after my fanboy? And he does. So at EMCC, Scuba, you need to put those commas for every compound sentence. You ever want to talk about it one day, we'll talk all about why we are the way we are in Scuba. We would always try to taste a little bit of each other's. That's a possessive situation. Because we knew how much the other loved Italian food. Nice. At EMCC, this comma's going to get marked off every time. Good. Something's not right here. I think we could fight about a comma right here too. Let's put one. All right. Here's the thing, and I want you to remember this for Comp 1. I'm teaching you, I'm trying my best. Well, okay, I'm not trying my best. If I was trying my best, I would be doing better, okay? But I'm trying pretty hard to teach you how to ask the right questions. And you have to be brave when you go to Comp 1 and ask these questions. Do I need a comma here or here? All right, Sam, so you got your corrections there to make. I think I did everything that I set out to do this morning. You know I'm here on campus if you want to come and see me. You know I'm not going anywhere. I'm still in the room if you need to speak up and ask me a question. Remind me if I've neglected to do anything for you, like put in points or something. Just send me a reminder, and then if you send it to my email or remind.com or Teams or whatever, it'd be nice if you said, hey, I sent you this in Teams, or could you grade my food essay? Because sometimes I'll get texts that say, hey, you didn't grade my assignment, and I'm like, which assignment? I don't know which one. But if there's something I can do to help you, please let me know. I'm glad to talk about anything you want to talk about. All right, guys, I will see you when I see you, and I'll be right here.